All right, guys. So today I have with me Kirti. She's been on this program for a little bit about 4 months. So, Kirti, I get so many complaints of people who say that, hey, I don't have time for fitness. I have no time to invest for my health, especially during the holiday season. Christmas and New Year's is coming up. So, for those people, do you feel like you also have this super busy schedule? What was your experience?
Yes, absolutely. Life gets busy for all of us. I do have a 9 to 5 job, mostly sedentary. I'm in meetings all day, and it gets busy. And then you get home, and the last thing you have all these household things to do, and the last thing on your mind is, working out or dieting and all that kind of stuff. And what this program helped me realize is it doesn't take a lot. It's healthy habits and it's being aware of what you're putting into your body and being aware of where you're spending your time, even in the if you go choose to go to the gym for even 15-20 minutes, whatever it is, to have that focus. And then when you're eating as well, it's not that you can't eat anything. Frankly, I ate everything I wanted to, but you learn there are certain foods you should eat more of, you should eat less of. And really what it boils down to is calorie intake, calories in versus calories out. And that's really what helped me um, you know, listen and do everything that you had recommended, even with the busy lifestyle.
Yeah, of course. At the end of the day, like most people, obviously we want to lose a significant amount of weight, so like it doesn't take more time to change your nutrition. What it takes is just making better decisions in terms of, like the calorie intake and the meal intake. So before the program, what do you feel like you were struggling with the most?
Yeah, so I think I was trying to eat healthy overall, but then what I didn't know was I wasn't so particular about the quantity I'm eating or,
Yeah.
the amount of calories that go into it. Like to me, eating a bunch of grapes was a fruit. So, to me, okay, it's a fruit, it's healthy, so let me just eat like a whole big bowl of fruit of grapes, right?
Yeah.
What I wasn't realizing is there's foods that are a lot higher in sugar, and even if it's natural sugar, it's still high calories, right? So kind of like balancing that out with the healthier foods, like what has the protein in it that can actually help lose the weight, gain the muscle, and help me reach my goals. So I
Yeah.
think that mindset shift is really what I needed. And then the calorie density chart, right? Like there are certain foods you can have a lot of,
Mhm.
and then certain that it's not you shouldn't eat them, but you should eat a little bit less of them. That's what I was saying in the beginning.
Yeah, yeah, of course. No, it's all about getting more food that is bigger in volume, but obviously lesser in calories. Because if you started eating just McDonald's and fries and just calculating calories, well, yeah, you could eat less of that food, but what would happen is you would become hungry. So that's where that bigger volume, bigger quantities of food comes from. What
Right.
have you tried before the program?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of doing my own thing, just, thinking, okay, let me try to eat these healthy foods, the ones I thought were healthy, and then doing my own workouts, however I thought. I was doing a lot more cardio, and I wasn't burning off the weight as
Yeah.
I wanted to. So that continued on. I had my ups and downs. There were time periods where I was working out and regular at the gym, time periods where I wasn't, but my weight would keep fluctuating for many, many years. And then I
Yeah.
thought, finally, okay, let me get some expert help and expert advice. And I am a vegetarian, and I saw that you were specializing in vegan diets and things like that. So thought, let me try this, and I couldn't be happier that I did.
Yeah, as you mentioned, like most coaches, they just, when they hear that you're a vegetarian, they say, "Oh my goodness, like you're a vegetarian, you're not gonna be getting enough protein." What
Exactly.
would you say to that?
Yeah, I think it's crap to be honest, because if you are measuring what you're eating and you eat the healthy foods like the Greek yogurts and the protein powders, protein shakes. I had these protein cereals. I'm a big cereal person,
Yeah.
but instead of eating a bowl of like the normal cereals I would eat, I got protein cereals, and that helped me get
Yeah.
like 20 grams every morning plus the milk. So you kind of just have that mindset shift, and it is definitely possible with a vegan diet, vegan or vegetarian diet, to get that amount of protein.
Of course. So, do you feel like this was like a super restrictive meal plan where you just had to eat boring foods all day long? Or did you have like the flexibility, especially like during the Thanksgiving, the holiday season when going out to eat, including some of your favorite foods?
Yeah, absolutely not. As I said, I did not restrict myself of anything. So if there was like, if friends went out for ice cream, I got ice cream. If everyone's eating cake at somebody's birthday, I had cake. There was many holidays that passed in the past few months, Thanksgiving included. Then we have an Indian festival, Diwali, where we eat lots of sweets and just lots of food. So a lot of that happened, and you can have the days where you eat a little bit more, but then you eat a little less the next day, right? So you want to kind of balance it out. And that's what I learned, that, it's okay to celebrate with your family. You don't have to be like, no, I'm not eating. It's okay to be who you are. It's okay to enjoy food. But again, just conscious choices, and then knowing that, okay, maybe I'll eat a little bit less the next day, or I won't have any sweets at all the next day, to make up for it. So I think I've learned how to kind of make that balance.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like most people they just think that okay, if I start a program, I have to start following this super strict meal plan, breakfast, lunch, and dinner with these super strict options. But that's typically what dietitians give to people. And if we follow it for like 3 months, what happens afterwards? They give up because they want to be eating their comfort food. So I'm happy to hear that you were able like to still keep your comfort foods and it wasn't feeling like a diet. So now let's see, seeing into the future, what do you feel like you have achieved with the program? Like, what were your results? And then do you think you're gonna be able to sustain those results even after we stopped working together?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think what this program really did for me was help develop healthy habits, right? And once they become habit, it just becomes a part of you, right? So I definitely do hope to continue. I hope to make, good choices when I'm eating. I am a foodie, and I'm really happy I don't have to give up being a foodie to lose the weight. In the past 4 months, under your guidance, I was able to lose 10 pounds, and I'm really proud of that. I reached my goal weight, and I really hope to maintain it now. And yeah, I couldn't be happier.
Right. So do you feel like you have gained the skills and knowledge to be able like to sustain and continue this on your own?
Absolutely, yes. I think the knowledge you shared is something that'll stay with me lifelong, and it's again just it's about habits and choices. That's really all it is at the end of the day.
Great. So for anybody who's feeling skeptical, who's feeling like they're on the fence of saying like, hey, working with a coach, it's too expensive, it's not worth it, I'm gonna try to do this on my own and try to Google stuff up. What would you say to those people?
Yeah, so I would say, I was skeptical too in the beginning, I'll admit. But because when I tried on my own, I had my ups and downs, as I mentioned. If it's something that you really want to achieve, to do it under the guidance of you, JJ, who has been amazing, is really helpful because it kind of keeps you on track. You're more accountable. There were times where I wasn't responsive, and JJ would keep on, texting me to make sure I was on track. And just that, that accountability, like, hey, life is busy, but are you maintaining yourself? Are you taking care of your diet? Are you exercising? That's really important. That's what helped me, because it's so easy to get caught up in life. I mean, we all have things going on,
Yeah.
but this is really important, right? So you do the one-time investment, and then you learn the habits for your whole life. And it's if you're able to keep up with it, it's all smooth sailing, right? So I would highly recommend that one-time investment in your health. I mean, without health, we have nothing, right? So
Yeah.
for anyone on the fence, I would say just do it. And money comes, money goes. If money is the biggest thing, but if your health goes, you really have nothing left, right? So.
Yeah, this is super deep. At the end of the day, people try to measure it monetarily, but it's like health, if you lose your health, you're not gonna be able like to regain your health, no
Exactly.
matter what you do, every single day passing by is gonna be just an opportunity missed. So for you guys watching, for anybody who's feeling on the fence or you feel like you need that extra help, that extra kick, and you just want to master the skill and habit and be able to keep this for the rest of your life, don't hesitate to leave a comment, shoot me a message. We'll talk about your goals and see what plan we can customize for your lifestyle.